With Barcelona's hefty standards, they have been well below what we'd expect from them over the past few years. And with Barcelona's financial issues, lack of extreme success since Messi left, and their arch rivals Real Madrid being as good as ever and about to sign Kylian Mbappe, it's pretty easy for the whole footballing world to just keep making fun of Barcelona and make their situation seem far worse than it actually is. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why Barcelona aren't only better than you think, but why their situation is actually really positive and promising for both the immediate future and long-term future. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Back of the Net here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, Barcelona are coming off a game where they absolutely torched Atletico Madrid, beating them 3-0 in Madrid. They were the more dominant team throughout the game, and bar a few moments, they were the better team from start to finish. Barca won the game comfortably despite missing 6 regular first team players. And now that they sit second in the table, 2 points ahead of Girona, 9 points ahead of 5th place Atleti, and 8 points off league leaders Real Madrid, they are looking pretty decent. They have also made it to the Champions League quarterfinals for the first time since the 1920 season, where they got battered 8-2 in one game to the eventual champions Bayern Munich. So on paper, Barca have been pretty impressive. Now yes, they got knocked out of the quarterfinal stage of the Copa del Rey, but that was a 4-2 loss in an extra time game away from home to a team in Athletic Bilbao that have actually themselves been really impressive this season. And Barcelona did get hammered 4-1 by Real Madrid in the Super Cup final, but honestly, Real Madrid are still miles better than Barcelona. So yes, Barcelona have had games that they just looked horrific in, but all in all things considered, they have still been a lot better than what people would think. Now, one thing that has been very well documented about Barcelona's struggles over the past years is just how bad their financial issues are. And despite their somewhat impressive performances on the pitch, all things considered, their financial issues are far from resolved and just keep getting worse after being ordered to pay 22.7 million euros in February of this year after it was ruled that Barcelona incorrectly paid tax on player agent fees between 2012 and 2015. Now, to Barcelona's credit, their debt has dropped from 680 million euros in June 2021 to 552 million euros in June 2023, according to Barcelona anyway. But Barcelona still look like they will have to make further cuts to their wage bill in the summer and maybe have to sell a couple of key players in the summer just to stay afloat. All of that added on to the fact that Xavi is in all likelihood set to leave Barcelona at the end of the season. You might then think to yourself, well then, where do you see positives in Barcelona's situation? Well, first things first is Barcelona's academy. La Masia has always been a constant breeding ground for talented blue chip prospects, and their financial woes and injury problems have done nothing but emphasize how good their academy is. With more and more La Masia players making their way into the first team, from Lamine Yamal looking like an absolute wonder kid and a joke of a player at just 16 years old, to Gavi, who is currently injured, to Fermin Lopez, to Hector Fort, to Balde. I mean, their academy players have been absolutely outstanding, and it allows them to sell players and not focus all that much on bringing in players and spending money in the market. And they still have some players that aren't from the academy but are very young and very talented, like Victor Roque, Pedri, and slightly older players like Ferran Torres, Araujo, Frankie de Jong, and Koundé, all also producing for Barcelona. The younger players are really helping Barcelona stay afloat and remain competitive. Another thing is that for all the stick Barcelona have gotten over the past 5 years on their transfer policy, a lot of that rightfully so, but a lot of the players that Barcelona have brought in recently have been good moves. I mean, Lewandowski has been excellent. Joao Felix, to a lot of people's surprise, has been somewhat impressive at Barcelona, scoring 8 goals in 34 appearances. Gundogan has been, well, what you'd expect of Gundogan. He is so good, proven an ever solid player for them in the midfield. Now, listen, Barcelona still have whiffed at some transfers, but for the most part, purely because of the situation that they find themselves in, Barcelona have been a lot more clever and frugal with their money and not just splashing boatloads of money at big name players for the sake of it. So yes, Barcelona still have their issues, and financially I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't worried about them. But outside of that, they have had some extremely talented players playing very well for the team. Xavi, who I reckon is actually a really good coach and has produced despite being in the situation that they are in, and if Barcelona can somehow convince Xavi to stay, I think that's an awesome move for Barcelona. Their academy just keeps producing extremely talented players. I mean, it feels like every single game that Barcelona play, they'll have 1 or 2 debutants that just perform so well. So as long as Barcelona can sort out their financial issues, then I think Barcelona actually have a pretty promising future. Now, it's going to be some time until they genuinely start competing with the likes of Real Madrid and Man City. But as of right now, I'm liking the trajectory that they are on, and I'm liking the youth approach that Barcelona are kind of being forced to take. Amidst all the chaos of their financial issues, and bearing in mind the limited ability that they have to improve the team in the markets, plus all the injuries that they have been having, Xavi and Barcelona have actually done a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Barcelona's situation? Do you think it's going to get better, or do you think that the financial issues that they have is just too strong and it's going to keep weighing them down? Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.